So first thing I'm going to do is get an insulated screwdriver and make sure this capacitor is discharged. Now you just do a simple visual inspection for any obvious sign. What's happening here is I'm assuming that the relay got stuck on, and this will be the cables that are controlling the transformer. They go in there into a bunch of cables. I'm assuming the relay is going to be that one with the two wires sticking out. You can only see one at the single. Anyways, I'm going to pull it out and turn it back on and see if the magnetron stays on or not. And that'll tell me if that's the wire for that, and then we can go from there. So it's in there pretty tight. This looks like it might work. Let's see what happens. I want to turn it on for a second and turn it right off. Yep, that's it. I'm going to test the relay, see if it's stuck on. Yeah, you hear that beeping? That's stuck on. That's not a good sign. So I need to find a relay and replace it. What I'm going to do is fix my mistake. It's not a mistake, but it was an experiment. I didn't want to wait for the part. I wanted to fix it fast. So what I did is I put in my own relay, but it didn't work. So hopefully it didn't burn up the board. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you how to test the relay. So here's what the working one is supposed to look like, okay? Take a look. Look at this light. So when you change this, watch. What it does is it closes these two contacts. Watch how the bad one works, okay? And this is the main power. You connect it right here. You can hear the clicking, but the light always stays on. So that is a relay in the stuck on position. Okay, so we can put this in the trash and swap out the other one. So this is the one that was working, so we're gonna solder that into here.
Shouldn't we test it to make sure you didn't
I just did.
out? No, this part out.
There's no way to test it, but just do it. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. And grab a screwdriver and unscrew this board.
The lips are flat. Oh.
So let's take this board out. Leave the screws here. Put this to the side for now. Okay, and we're gonna desolder all these wires because they're not necessary here anymore. Go ahead and pull on this wire lightly.
Pull? Where, like right here?
Yeah. When it melts, pull it out, okay? Okay, now grab the other wire. Oh.
You almost hurt yourself.
You touched me with it after it was done.
I did? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Alright, so.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Now I just put the relay back in.
Shouldn't we explain to them what this does though?
What? This?
No, this whole piece.
Oh, this is just a motherboard. It controls the microwave.
Someone messed up.
No, they're just a little sloppy. They don't care. Anyway, so we're gonna put this back in.
Looks like it goes like.
And so since we don't have a big, huge tool, we're gonna have to do this one at a time, slowly, and hopefully we don't mess that up. I'm getting it deeper and deeper each time, and so I'm just gonna make sure that that's inside the hose. Same thing here. Oh no!
What happened?
I pushed too hard. I pushed the whole thing out.
Oh, can it still work?
It might still work, but I don't like that.
Here.
So I'm gonna push a little lighter.
Do you need some of this to fix it?
I didn't even push that hard. I might have just got too hot.
Can't you fix that though with soldering?
Yeah, I should be able to fix it either way. I'm not sure how I'm gonna fix it yet, but I'll figure it out. This is not how you want to fix this stuff, but the board.
We need to do it fast.
The board is very fragile. It's not the strongest board I've ever seen, but it's okay because it's all connecting just fine. I don't foresee any problems. The connection is going to be just as good as it would have been otherwise. Double check everything up close. So now I'm going to put this board back in. You don't want to screw it in too tight, but you also don't want it to move. So you have to find the happy medium. Whoa, that was bad. Very unprofessional. Professionals don't strip screws. I didn't strip the screw, but it jumped on the head, and I don't like that either. Now put the control panel strip in here, lock it in, check if it wiggles. No, looks pretty good. Everything looks solid. The relay looks solid. So we're just gonna put some hot glue right around these edges just to reinforce it. It's not exactly necessary, but because my soldering was unprofessional, we're gonna go the extra mile and make sure this is a solid job regardless. So now we'll go put it inside the microwave. I'm just tightening up the connector here because it got stretched out from. Okay, so one last check, make sure everything's in order. And it looks good, everything looks good from here. Okay, so we're gonna install the board now. Let's check this connection because there's a problem with this connection.
You wanna find out early.
Yes, I wanna know now, so I don't have to redo everything. It feels good, so we're gonna go with it. Now connect all the other stuff. Lock it in. Need to make sure the wires are not touching any fans or anything like that. And it looks, everything's clear. All right, so let's plug it in. Go ahead and close it.
May I press the button?
Sure. Just hold on. Let's see what it sounds like when you plug it in. Oh, it sounds great. All right, Nick, let's do a 30-second start. Uh-oh.
What? It's that. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, it sounds good.
I think all you need to do is put the timer.
Let's see if it's making the water hot. It sounds a little too quiet. I feel like
It's always this quiet.
I feel like that part should be louder.
Oh, hard. Okay, now
Let's take a look.
your turn to feel it.
Oh, it's very hot. Very hot. Yay! Thank you, Jesus. We fixed the microwave.
Thank you, Jesus.
Okay, so now we just put all the covers back on and make mommy happy. Alright, so I got a magnetic screwdriver. It's barely magnetic, so I have to be careful. Put that bolt in. So I have this piece. You probably can't tell on the camera, but it was bent when I opened it up, and it's not supposed to be bent. What was happening, it was filling in. See that, all that grease? It was letting a bunch of grease in here. So before I put this back together, I'm gonna straighten this out. And I already tried straightening it out by hand, but it went bent again. So I'm gonna use the heat gun, and that should be a more permanent fix. All right, so now we put everything back in. The heat releases the tension. So we've got a little piece that's broken here. Super glue is not something I want to use, but it is very fast. This is right here. This Loctite is very good. This is what I want to use. But wait a minute. Let's see how long it takes. 5 minute time. 5 minute time. You know what? If it takes 5 minutes, let's use it. Why not? It's very good for how fast it dries. Okay, so we can put the vent on afterwards. Do you think that looks right?
That looks perfect because why else would those notches be there?
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. So let's get that in there.
Okay, now we just need to move the cover.
Yep, just put the cover on. Don't ruin my video. Okay, so I had the camera settings incorrect because I forgot to set them right. I had it set up on motorcycle riding. But that's okay, we'll just do what we can and go from there. So we're gonna hang it on these hangers, then run the cord through that hole, plug it in, and we've got these things washing. What are they called? Grease traps or something? Very good news, the microwave is working. We've already heated up some food. And timed it correctly.